Hi, this is Candidly So by Dynamic 8. I'm Jalivia and this is.
Javon.
You're so funny. Jalivia, before we go any further, could you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Jalivia. I'm 17. My birthday is in July. And for my interests, music, I like K-pop, pop music, funk music, and Afro beats. At least that's what I've been listening to for the last few years. When it comes to shows and movies, regular American shows, K-dramas, anime. And when it comes to books, some of my favorite book series are Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and I really enjoy fan fiction. From all different fandoms.
How about you, Javon?
I'm 15, and my interest, well,
Do you still like anime?
no. You really need to know my interest, but I'm 15, I'm sick, and this is candidly so.
Why do you sound so robotic?
He did say he's sick, so.
Okay. Well, anyways, so we'd like to just go forward in our Q&A. And the first question that I have is, now that we're coming to the end of the year, what has 2024 mean to you guys?
Well, I'd say we've had a lot of new beginnings and new things happening for us, or happened for us this year. At the end of last year / start of this year, while we were in Jamaica, we moved from one place to another. That was new. And now we've come back to America from Jamaica after 2.5 years. That's technically a little bit new. So technically a lot of traveling, both international and even in Jamaica. We went from Kingston to Ocho Rios, so.
And Montego Bay and Falmouth.
True, we didn't live in Montego Bay, but we did stay there for a little bit, as when we first went to Jamaica.
Yes. When the year started, did you think this was how it would have turned out? Any one of you could answer.
I guess we could both answer.
Yeah.
No. like I said, we spent 2.5 in Jamaica, and I figured we'd at least spend the rest of our nearly third year there, maybe. I could say we could probably be coming back to to America, but I didn't know it would be so soon. I'm not mad about it. I enjoyed Jamaica, but I'm also happy to be back.
How about you?
I had no expectations for coming or going, just in general. After a while, I kind of developed, I guess, non-expectancy. I don't really know if that's a word, but yeah. So, if there was one thing 2024 taught me, it was patience, probably, because
Yeah, it did teach us all patience and, a lot of other things. Yes. How would you say this year treated you guys? And basically, what was the turning point?
I'll start this one off. To be fair, I'd say we're fairly fortunate, especially compared to some people. But at the same time, we've been humbled, for sure. So, while being fortunate, we've definitely haven't had it easy. So
we've been through a lot. Like I said, we've been through a lot of different things, good and bad. But also, I know there's a lot of people who have experienced worse things. And I'm just grateful at the end of the day, the things we've dealt with dealt with things instead of all the other things that could have happened. I think we've still been dealt a pretty good hand considering.
That's a beautiful way to see life. Yes. Would you say that you have matured for the past few months?
Definitely. Past few years, I'd say. But even, me comparing last year to me now, I would say there's a lot of differences, and I think there will continue to be a lot of differences. Like, personality-wise, not much has changed, I don't think, but maturity-wise, responsibility-wise, I've been a lot more responsible when it comes to certain things. I've matured more as I've grown and as I've experienced different things. So, yeah.
I can't really speak on my maturity, but my perspective has changed, and I feel like it has grown. So I can't really say that if I've been more mature or not. It's not really something I can really judge, but yeah.
That's a fair answer. Do you consider yourself as good role models?
Depends on to who.
I would say to your peers or to your younger siblings.
Well, considering we've been on online school for the last few years, I wouldn't know about peers. We don't have much peers. But you said who else?
Your siblings.
Yes. Maybe. I don't think we've done anything that misguided them in any way, and I don't think we reacted or done any things that would make them think that they should do anything bad. That's not even, the way I'm phrasing it isn't even correct, but I wouldn't say I've necessarily influenced them in a great way either. Like, as in, they'd be like, yeah, my sister taught me this. Maybe I could improve on that aspect, but I don't think they'd ever say that I've led them into doing anything wrong. And I wouldn't say that. Let me think. Sorry.
That's fine. I personally think that you guys are absolutely best role models any siblings could really ask for. You guys have been, like, there are times when we traveled and you were in charge and you took care of these kids as though and
that's true. I wouldn't say when it comes to being a role model, there's no question specific. You'd say if we're influencing them, like, we've taken care of them, we've been there for them. But like, I wouldn't say, I don't see myself as someone they'd be saying, they'd look up to necessarily. I just think I'm just their big sister. I don't think they can see my actions and say, okay, maybe I'd do this more instead of doing something I definitely wouldn't advise. But I wouldn't say that they're gonna base their actions necessarily off of my actions. So I wouldn't say I'm a role model.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say before, even though it came out kind of awkwardly.
What about you, Javon?
Alright. I try to be a form of guidance, but at the same time, I don't really want to call myself a role model because a lot of the stuff I do, I wouldn't want replicated. But yeah.
Okay, honest. I appreciate that. What thing happened globally that made you pay attention more?
Like, when you're in Jamaica, you mean?
Yeah, just anything that happened globally that made you stop and think and ponder for a bit.
Oh, I mean, anything that happened around the world that I saw or noticed that made me think.
Yes.
Can I talk about this one?
Sure.
Or start with this one? I don't really know too much about the situation, but I personally feel like the stuff going on in Gaza is a little bit crazy. Not a little bit, very crazy. And there's a lot of stuff that we could relate to probably, but like not in the level that they actually
Experience again. I was gonna mention that too, but I wasn't sure if I should.
Yes.
When I saw it was happening, it just made me very upset. Like, I was wondering how we've come to this place where any of that stuff, I mean, as a world, come to this place where any of this stuff happening would be considered okay. it's genocide against children. Seeing the dead children, babies, even adults, or not even adults, but adults, seeing that and wondering how more people haven't talked about it or did anything to prevent it, or not prevent it, but stop it, because it already happened. You can't really prevent it now it's happened, but change what's happening. And I know it's one thing to just say that too, even though I haven't necessarily put any action to stop it either. But I do want to get to that place where I could be a person that would have a say in stopping these things from happening. I may not be there yet, but that's something I'd want to turn my future towards, I guess you could say. Being a person that would have a say in these aspects, because it's just not okay.
How did it make you feel when you watched some of your favorite stars or even some of the places that you love to support?
Like Starbucks?
Yeah,
Starbucks used to be my favorite place, even if I didn't get it as much as I would like. But now I'm kind of happy I didn't get it as much as I like, because that means I didn't contribute too much money towards people that obviously don't care about the lives of anyone but themselves, basically. Because honestly, I wouldn't want to support any place or person that thinks the death of multiple children and babies is okay.
I feel like there could be so much more like fairness or like somewhat equality going on like within the situation, because I feel like it's just really one-sided and it's like doesn't really make sense. Not even like rightfully or whatever.
There was like an actor specifically that I saw making jokes about it. It's from a show that's really popular that I actually really liked and still kind of like, except I don't even know if I want to watch the show anymore, because, and the thing is, this actor played one of my favorite character, if not my favorite character, and seeing him make a joke about it was just like, wow. And just kind of ruined the whole show for me. So it's like, I try not to make the actor or singers or personalities affect the art they're making for me, but it's also kind of hard knowing that this person will joke about such a serious topic. Even if they don't support Palestine or Gaza, that's up to him and up to anybody else. I'm not going to force you to support this thing or agree with me on this topic, but also just don't make jokes about it.
You don't have to necessarily respect it, but you could understand it.
You can understand that both sides have their separations going on. Both sides are probably doing maybe wrong things, but it's very obvious that one side is suffering a lot more innocent people on this side, Gaza, have died painful, terrible deaths that weren't necessary.
From what
you Palestinians, you said Gaza.
Oh, sorry, but I meant Gaza as a place.
Yeah, but it is that we had spoken on such, depressing topic, where I'm about to change that and ask you, would you consider yourself happy? And if so, define what happiness is to you.
I don't know if there's a definition on happiness. Like, I can say things that make me happy, but I don't know if there's a definition of happiness. It's just this feeling that warms you, I guess you could say. But, like, it just makes me want to laugh, makes me want to dance, makes me just want to have good conversations and do good things. That's what happiness makes me feel, but I wouldn't say there's a really definition.
So are you happy?
Yeah. I forgot to ask part of the question.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm happy.
Yeah. What
Like,
about
there's so many things that's happened that I've so many times I've just been like upset in a point. It's like not even depressed, but just unhappy. And I think at this point in my life, I'm just actually in a good place where I'm happy.
You only know you've been high when you feel low.
Yeah, but I'm happy right now. I've been happy for most of this year, I'd say. Even if I've had some times where I wasn't happy, most of it I've been happy.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm not sad, but I feel like I could do better, or not like be more happy because it sounds weird. I feel like there's still more for me to like. I'd say I'm like not fully satisfied or fulfilled with life as much as I could be, but like at this point, like